Welcome to HousingWire's Demo Day. I am Jennifer Laws, EVP of Sales at HousingWire. Next up is Jennifer with VIU by Hub. Jen, are you with us?
I sure am. Good
Hi,
morning.
how are you?
Fantastic. How about yourself?
Great. Let me do a quick introduction and then the floor is yours.
Thank you.
VIU by Hub offers a digitally enabled personal insurance experience, making it quick and easy for customers to buy and manage insurance throughout their lives. Seamlessly integrate our technology into your existing buyer journey to add immediate value and naturally extend your brand. Backed by Hub International, the #1 personal lines insurance broker in North America, VIU by Hub provides expert advice, choice, and neutrality across all 50 states and access to 50 top-rated carriers. Jen, tell us more.
Right. Well, thank you so much. Excited to be here with you this morning. As you think about VIU by Hub, it's really a solution that drives new revenue growth for our partners, our strategic partners, while addressing a major pain point for existing homeowners as well as new home buyers through helping them easily shop and buy and retain insurance. Here you see just a couple as we think about pain points and those issues and challenges that are coming up with homeowners insurance. We're seeing that homeowners insurance this year is just really in recent years has become much more complex. And part of that complexity and really the pain point that your clients are seeing is tied to cost. In fact, we're seeing homeowner insurance rates increase by a little over 6% this year across all 50 states. In top population states, we're seeing it exceed over a fifth of their existing costs or over 20% increase in those top population states. From a dollars and cents perspective, we've reflected that on the right-hand side at that graph that shows just your average homeowner's insurance cost. And as you see here, we're expecting this year for average annual premium to exceed $2,500, and that's up over 2 times from 2018, where premium back in 2018 was just a little over $1,200. So that's a significant sticker shock for your clients, whether again they're new home buyers or existing. Now, you might say, well, Jen, what's driving that increase in cost? And just going on a social media post or whatnot, you might see all of these different theories. We know for a fact that what's driving that increased cost are actually higher cost of repairing and replacing as it relates to claims that are tied to higher frequency weather events. So if you were on your favorite weather app just this past weekend, you would have seen, as an example, a significant heat dome across multiple swaths of Western Coast states, or even that hurricane that just hit the Gulf Coast with those heartbreaking images coming out of Houston. So again, just in a nutshell, homeowners insurance is becoming more complex to find and to shop, to purchase, and then for existing homeowners, even to renew. And so what we said as the #1 personal lines broker in North America is it doesn't have to be that way. And in fact, what we've done is really leaned into the future of personal lines by leveraging our powerhouse brokerage capabilities as Hub International to develop VIU by Hub. And VIU is really this digital plus live advisor brokerage platform that makes it really simple for new home buyers as they're going through the buying process and existing homeowners to, again, find, purchase, and renew their insurance. Here on the left-hand side is just a snapshot of that approach and that ethos of a very casual UX experience. And then on the right-hand side, you see a couple of attributes. I'll go through those really quickly. Top right-hand side, you see that full shelf of coverage products. So as your client is entering the platform, they don't have to worry about, well, if I get my homeowner's insurance here, where do I get my auto? Where do I get my life, my umbrella? They can receive all of those products, which are not on roadmaps and are live through one platform. And that's across all 50 states. So whether you're in Texas, Illinois, Florida, there are options available for you. The second component or major category that you see there is just our advisory team, and we call that part of our superpower. So we have over 70 licensed advisors that are Hub W-2 associates that are helping customers really navigate the complexity and the landscape of their individual plus their state environments. And they're doing that with access to over 50 carriers, and these are A+ carriers. And so because we're part of Hub International that has relationships with over 500 personal lines carriers, we can really leverage and hone in on the right carrier options that are available for your clients. And here you see a major concentration of 50+. And then on that bottom category, noting, how we've really designed VIU is not so it's customer facing, and even more so really a platform for strategic partners. And so we've architected the platform such that our partners can integrate in a very seamless manner an insurance solution. So their loan officers don't have to send just a one-sentence email to home buyers that says, hey, we need your insurance documents. It's more so, hey, we have a partner, a robust insurance partner that can help you with your coverage needs in a very timely manner, so we can either quickly close on this home purchase or ensure that you retain coverage through your home ownership journey. Now, the most important thing as well, in addition to a seamless experience for your clients, is a revenue generator for our partners. And so for partners that are coming on the platform today, they're also seeing this as transaction volume continues to either hold steady in some states or decline. They're seeing this as another option for driving overall business growth. So let's get into the platform itself. So here we've got a think of this as a partner, like a mortgage provider, real estate broker, or a mortgage servicer that is providing and surfacing a solution for their clients for insurance. So in this case, this is going to be a Mr. Thomas based out of Chicago, Illinois, and he's going through a new home buying process. He's buying his first home, and his loan officer has sent him the link for a co-branded insurance experience so you can continue to move through the loan buying process. And here you see these are tiles. Each of these product tiles reflect different digital quote experiences for Mr. Thomas. And you'll see here, we really believe in architecting an experience that reflects an extension of our partner's brand. And so in this case, you'll see iconography where there's a co-branded option. And then in the instance that Mr. Thomas says, hey, I've been back and forth working to close this loan. I'm experiencing some purchase fatigue or home ownership management fatigue. I really just need to talk to someone immediately. There is a dedicated 1-800 number that's available for him, where our average speed of answer time is less than 10 seconds. So in this instance, we'll say Mr. Thomas is going through. You'll note the co-branding already here on the left-hand side. And he says, hey, I've got to get insurance to, again, close on this new home purchase. He clicks on the homeowners tile. And in this instance, with our partner, we've already integrated with their CRM, just as an example. And we've pulled through via APIs Mr. Thomas's, the new home that he's purchasing, that address. And you see there, that's already pre-populated. He simply has to just confirm that, yes, that's the address that he wants to begin purchasing insurance for. Now, we'll then pull through information about that address so that he does not have to fill out a traditional homeowner insurance application. That reduces thumb fatigue as well as just overall fatigue in purchasing insurance. And so here you see all of the information about the home is already pre-populated. Home type, is it his primary residence? What type of foundation does it have? Square footage, et cetera. And we'll also populate the estimated rebuild cost. Now, Mr. Thomas will just review this. Again, not having to input any information. He'll confirm this looks good. We'll keep going. Here on this next phase of the journey, and he's seeing where he's at through a very simplified integration or journey bar here. He'll see, I've got access to initial discounts. Let me just add what I already know is available or is in place at the home. And so he'll say, yep, I've got smoke detector, and I know for sure deadbolt locks are already installed in the home. And then lastly, right before he sees his quotes, we'll want to confirm his contact information. Again, all of this is pulled through. So essentially, he's just confirming at each step. So in this instance, his first name, last name, contact info, and date of birth are also pre-populated. A little pause on this step, and here you'll see a note here that we also share with your client is that their privacy is of utmost importance to us. And so a major differentiator for VIU is that when your client is coming through the journey, they're not going to receive a barrage of 50 spam calls afterwards. In fact, we are deeply committed to privacy, protecting PII, and we never sell data or spam clients that are coming through. So just a major call out and differentiator from others in the same marketplace. So he confirms his contact information, and within 30 seconds, quotes are beginning to populate. And here you see, here are the top 3 quotes that come up for Mr. Thomas. Mercury, Travelers, Hartford, these are all A+ carriers. And then we also note, as he moves through to finalize his purchase, that the VIU by Hub advisor also has access. Again, you saw 50+ carriers. If they have an affinity for, if Mr. Thomas has an affinity for a larger regional carrier, that's something that he can discuss and potentially gain access to through the advisor. And so in this instance, he looks at Mercury and says, this is really, I know this carrier, I have experience. Let me continue to explore a quote with Mercury. You'll see here there are drop downs, and these are just drawers. And so in this instance, he clicks on the details for this policy and notes, okay, I've got my policy coverage here, actual other additional details like dwelling replacement, other structures. And you'll note, of course, the hovers with this icon that shows what exactly does this term mean. As we know, most consumers are not incredibly well versed in insurance terminology, and sometimes our own industry can have its own idiosyncrasies as it relates to language. And so we try to or create an additional effortless experience by informing and allowing them to see, okay, this is exactly what this particular term means. Next, he'll say, as I'm looking at these details, I already know I've got potentially some refurbishment happening at the house, or maybe I have a collection that I want to protect that may not be automatically defaulted within those limits. And so he's going to adjust some of his coverages and deductibles to really tailor the quote for himself, his family, and his lifestyle. So he adjusts the deductibles, and right then and there, we do live requoting, so he doesn't have to start the journey all over again. And there he sees, okay, these are the updated policy coverages. Yes, I want to go with Mercury. He confirms his immediate contact information, so his phone number and his email address, and then receives a call out within 10 minutes. Today, we're averaging less than 2 minutes at the phone number that he confirmed at. Again, if he says, I'm on a time crunch, I only have a couple of minutes to chat with an advisor, and I need to keep moving this forward. If he says, I don't want to wait for a phone call, let me just reach out directly, he can call us directly. This is direct to our VIU advisory team. And again, we're averaging less than 10 seconds on that first speed to answer. So as you can see, from a demo perspective, we really try to ensure that purchasing homeowners insurance doesn't have to create an overwhelming or anxious experience for clients, whether they're new home buyers or whether they're existing homeowners. And so if you're seeking a solution that drives new revenue while addressing a major pain point, or you might say, hey, Jen, we're actually in prioritization phase, and we'd like to understand a little bit more about what our clients are facing in today's market. Can we do a deep dive with you on insurance trends in our particular geography? We'd be more than willing and happy to chat with you. So with that, Jen, that concludes our live demo.
Jen, what a seamless customer experience.
Yeah.
No redundant entering of information, 10-minute follow-up. This sounds amazing. So I'm going to jump into a couple additional questions that we have about VIU by Hub.
Sounds great.
First, what distinguishes VIU by Hub's personalized service from other insurance platforms, and how do live agents ensure customers receive expert advice and the best policy options?
Yeah, I'd say being part of or being a major component of Hub International, that's the #1 personal lines broker in North America. We're able to provide access to a swath of carriers. Oftentimes, when individuals are looking for insurance, again, you hear me mentioned fatigue, overwhelmed, right? And trying to understand, where do I even find insurance, much less spend hours quoting on different sites. And so we really aggregate that into a seamless experience. And then, I think the bigger component of what our industry sometimes overlooks is what happens after you buy insurance, right? And so we've got a couple of really key experiences, both with the live advisors when you've got a claim, when you need to update your payment or have a question about your policy. And then we also have a digital wallet that makes it really easy for clients, and especially our partners' clients, to manage all of their insurance coverings. That'd probably be the biggest distinguishing factor that I'd call out.
That's amazing. Buying a home can be such an overwhelming process, and
It really
anything
can.
you can do to just make that process a little bit easier and to make anyone feel a little bit better is really invaluable.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd share just really quickly as an anecdote to that. I myself am going through a home buying process, and from the loan officer, and I'm working with a really great mortgage provider, but getting an email it was a one-liner email that says, "I need your insurance documents." And there was nothing else tied to it, right? I'm based in Texas, which is a complex state. And so having had a VIU link, of course, I'm going to use VIU, but having had that embedded, right, where it's just a click here to complete, that's just such a different experience.
Being able to sit down, get it done, not have it be overwhelming, I mean, really a difference maker.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Speaking about that seamless experience, how does VIU by Hub ensure a seamless integration with an existing buyer journey? What kind of support could we expect during that integration process?
Yeah, so we've really designed the platform with our partners in mind. So we've got modularity throughout the platform. So if a partner says, "Hey, I don't have the tech resources, or I don't want to invest in the tech resources to integrate, and my customer journey doesn't need that," we can do analog all the way up to fully integrated within a CRM via API for that more seamless pre-filled experience. And so we really can tailor it not only for the client, we can also very much tailor it for the partner as well. And then I was just one additional call out really quickly. Once the integration type is finalized, then we've got a whole team that's dedicated to activating the partner. So we can ensure that revenue goals are met, as well as the experience that reflects their brand desire.
Good experience for partners and for customers.
Check.
Let's talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on how the partner revenue share models work and how partnering with VIU by Hub can contribute to profitability while enhancing customer satisfaction?
Yeah, so we've got 2 major chassis for partners, and it's really based on their preference that's tied to licensing. So if a partner says, "Hey, I'm just starting to move into offering this as a timely value add because I know it's a major pain point for my customers. I don't want to invest in the licensing at this point." We have a pay per quote or pay per finalized lead option that's non-licensed. And for those partners that say, "Hey, I actually want to stand this up as a major revenue driver that reflects commission sharing and is a little bit more complex on the revenue side," we have a pay per bind or commission sharing model that requires licensing of both entity as well as individual. And we work with our partners to make each of those chassis and the selection of that really, really seamless. And so those would be the 2 major revenue drivers. And then, there are some solutions that may reflect high technology However, their robustness on the insurance expertise and carrier options may not be there. And because, again, we're part of Hub International, right? We reflect that carrier selection and then the post purchase experience to ensure that, we're able to provide a solution for customers across all segments, which ensures there's stronger conversion, which then drives stronger revenue for our partners.
Well, Jen, thank you so much for taking us through VIU by Hub. Sounds like an absolutely amazing platform.
Appreciate the time. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Absolutely.